Welcome back to JTMJ Crafts, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going, everybody? Today we're getting into a Wip N Chat, so get out whatever it may be you are working on, and let's get into this video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Did I already say that? I feel like I already said that.
Anyways, it's okay. I mean, if I did it, I did.
Yeah, if you guys could tell, I'm in a bit of a goofball mood. Kind of had a stressful day, but it is over and I am better now. Okay? Okay, yes, let's go with you. You beautiful.
You beautiful.
So, first off, I want to thank everybody for birthday wishes last week and the presents and all of the fun stuff that you guys sent. I truly, truly appreciate it. And second off, I want to say I'm sorry for not having a very long live on Saturday. I don't know, all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, my stomach just took this, like, turn for the worse all of a sudden. It was just, like, cramped up, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, my stomach was just in, like knots. And I was just like, what the frick? So for, like, the first half an hour, I was just sitting over there, and I was just kind of, like, gritting my tongue. And I was just like, God, that freaking hurts. What the hell? What's wrong with your stomach? And then, like, a half an hour later, I'm like, God, this hurts so bad. I'm about an hour in, or about 2 hours into my life, but about an hour into pain from my stomach, and I was just like, sorry guys, I gotta end this, my stomach is killing me. My stomach hurt for like a day and a half after that. Don't know why, just hurt, just like total cramps. Like, I had normal, like, you guys don't really gonna care, but I had normal everything, and just like I think I have my dad's stomach. It's a curse. My dad's got, like, irritable bowel or something like that. He's got a sensitive stomach. And every once in a while, my stomach just, like, puts itself in knots. Like, nope, I ain't having a good day today. It's gonna be a shitty day today. Not like having to shit or anything, but it's just gonna be a shitty day today. Like, you're gonna be, like, in cramps, like, yeah, not a fun day. But then after that, I was good, no problems. I was back to my normal self. But yeah, that was like a day and a half. I was just like, I'm gonna stick my stomach with a freaking knife and make you just, like, forget about the one pain that hurts really bad, and it's gonna go into a pain that hurts really, really bad. But luckily, it quit hurting about a day and a half later, which sucked, but it quit. So, this week, I've been working by myself. Boss has been gone for a few days. He ended up didn't take off as much time as he was going to because he was busy with work and he was backed up, and so he ended up staying a couple extra days to get caught up. And then left me pretty busy, but by the time today came around, I pretty much had everything caught up, everything in order, jobs written up that came in and I processed through, and that way he can do paperwork. He comes back tomorrow. Or actually, he should be back tonight, but I'll see him tomorrow. So that'll be nice to come back to that, because I won't have to answer the damn phone. Y'all, what is it with telemarketers on my fucking cell phone, on the freaking shop phone, like all the time, 24/7, junk, 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 junk. It's like, what the hell kind of day and age do we live in that we have so much junk call, spam call. It's against the law to call people in the state of California like that. I don't know about you guys. Is it against the law in your guys' town to call and harass people like that? And ask them for money or college tuition or, oh, your car insurance warranty is expiring. Well, my car's a 94. How the frick does it have insurance on it, people? Tell me that. Oh, well, I don't know. Is it insured with us? No, it's not. I don't know why the hell you're calling me and telling me it's about to expire. You're trying to scam somebody, so lose my goddamn number and quit calling me. I'm an asshole to them. I started answering the phone. Department of Fraud. This is Jason. This is... Oh, I get that tongue twisted. This is Sergeant Jason blah blah blah. And I'm just like throw a fake name out there. How can I direct your call? Would you like to speak with so-and-so or so-and-so? And I just like throw names out there, and like usually by the time they hear my name, like the guy I'm playing, they're gone. So, good tip for you guys. If you get scam calls, just answer on the phone. Department of Fraud. Usually I'll say, California Department of Fraud, how may I direct your call? And before I can even finish what I'm saying, they're hanging up and leaving. Bye! And then I hit block. Block your bitch. Don't want you calling here. But, you know, they're going to call back because they're going to go find a different number. And they're going to find a different number. And they're going to find a different number. They're going to find a number. And the bad thing about it these days is the numbers that they're using to call from are freaking local numbers. Like, before it was like a 1-800 number. Now it's like straight up local numbers. So you think somebody that is calling for a job is calling. So you're like, oh, it says, you know, it's a 530 number, and that's a local number. So I answer it, you know, how I'm supposed to answer it. And it's junk. I'm like,
frick, way to answer it. Now they're gonna know we're here.
So much fun. Alright, I need to go with the line. Number 13. So, how's your guys' week? I hope it's been fantastic. What was it? Yesterday, somebody came into the shop and they're like, there's a fire! There's a fire! And I'm like, what? Where? You know, I'm an ex-firefighter. Where? It looks like it's coming from, like, out towards the college. You know, like, way out there towards the college. And I was like, don't say that! Because I live, like, 5 miles down the street from the college. So please don't say that. So, our college here is quite a ways out of town. Out in the country, but it's still considered, like, the main, like, Reading. And they own, like, 300-something acres there. It's a big, huge piece of property. So, it was very close for me when I was going through high school or college. Well, actually, high school and college, because I went to college and high school. Yeah, long story. I was an overachiever. More or less, like, tried to please my grandma. My grandma had, like, this wish. She's like, out of all the boys, I can see you going and getting a college education. And, you know, I really like to see that. And I'm like, oh, come on, Grandma. You can't hold me to that, can you? She gone now, but I still had to do it right. She asked for it. She got to brag about it to all of her friends. My grandson got a college education. And they're like, oh yeah, what in? Oh, it's culinary arts. And they're like, that ain't an education. Well, bullshit. They taught him how to cook and how to be a chef, how to be all this stuff. Yeah, but the part they didn't realize that I was going there for culinary arts, but I was also taking my, for my bachelor's, which later on I backed out of that. Well, I didn't really back out of it. I finished my classes, but I was supposed to take one more class, but it conflicted with one of my cooking classes, and my cooking class was what I majored there for. Like, the other classes, if they conflicted, I didn't care. I was like, I'm not going to this class. I'm going to my cooking class. My cooking class was, like, the important class, because that was going to be my career. But it didn't even end up being my career. I mean, it did for a short time, but yeah, that's a long story. So basically, I wanted to be a chef, so I went to culinary arts. I got my culinary arts degree. I graduated second in my class. I was kind of like my teacher's pet. He like, all the time would be like, damn it, can't you just be like Jeremy? Look at him. He's all over the place. He's like a monkey. He's jumping up and down, jumping over top of tables, trying to go out of his way to hustle. And you guys are all just like sitting around doing nothing. I was like his teacher's pet, which was cool. But I didn't graduate second in my class. And the other guy that took first of class, he was, it was a funny story. I really don't know how he got first of class, because it was his second time taking the whole course. Like, he took the course for the first, like, I think it was like a 3-year course. So he took the course, and then he came back and took the course again. Like, he's trying to, like, overachieve himself and, like, become a master chef. And I'm just like, okay, that was a junkie drill. Junkie. You're just trying to be the teacher's pet, but the teacher picked me to be his little gopher, chauffeur, guinea pig, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know. What do you want to call it? Yeah, whatever that is. So yeah. And I was lucky because the school was within a few miles from my house, so I just jumped on my bicycle and ride down the road. Lock up my bike in front of the class. And just go in there, do my stuff, get out of school, ride my bike home. There was one spot that sucked riding my bike, because it has this great big, like, it's a slow incline, but it's like a half a mile long, and it's just like, like your legs would be like dead halfway up it, and you're like, do I get off of it? Do I keep going? Do I burn my legs out? Yeah. I ended up burning my legs out, but after about 2.5 years of going to that school, I can fly up that little hill thing. God, I can't speak. Okay, so this is a different one than that one, so I need the peace sign. What up, peace sign? And 38, was it 38? 38, 37. There we go, got it. So, let's see. The kiddos are doing fantastic. Thor finally finished shedding out all of his little sheds that he was shedding out. Trapper has pretty much shedded out all the way himself. it took him quite some time to get all of that hair out of him. Mary Jane, she don't let me brush her. I try to brush her, but she don't really want me to touch her. So it's kind of a touchy subject, trying to brush Miss Mary. Little Miss Boss Boss. That's what I start calling her, Little Miss Bossy. Little Miss Bossy. She's a bougie little brat. Let's see. Trapper, today, he chewed his foot practically raw. I was sitting over here talking to my dad, and, talking to him about his dog. They got up in the middle of the night to let their dog outside. And they opened the door up, they let her out, she ran down the steps and ran down like she was going to the yard, and then all of a sudden she ended up underneath the porch and got into a fight with a raccoon. And she's this little Chihuahua Jack Russell Terrier, little tiny thing. Well, it ended up being 3 raccoons. All were fighting her. She got all kind of cut up and little bites all over her little heels and legs and stuff. So, raccoons are on my hit list. You mess with my little fur babies, you're going to be on my hit list. I got the approval from the boss. Put them on the hit list to get rid of them because they are pretty much a nuisance. They're here every night. They fight with our cats. They fight with our dog now. Like, it has gotten pretty bad as of recently. Well, they've been pretty bad for quite some time. And it's just gotten worse and worse over the past few months. Or past, like, month or so. Because it was a mama with a couple young babies. And at first we were like, oh, it's just a mama with some young babies. Don't worry about them. Just let them be. They'll come. They'll leave. When they're gone, hopefully they don't come back. But they always kept coming back because there was always cat food outside. So, the babies finally grew up, and they come back to eat cat food and attacked our dog. So, I'm going to try trapping them and taking them for a ride to the woods. If not, I'm going to sit out there with the gun, and I'm going to shoot me some raccoons. Or just stick Trapper in the yard. Trapper will take care of them. But Trapper will probably also be down there chasing the chickens all night long because the chickens are down there. So, probably just see if we can trap them and get rid of them. We've done it before. We've done it with skunks. Done it with raccoons. They're a pain in the freaking ass. Alright. I need 21. Alright, so where's 21? There it is. So my little brother bought a boat, so I'm probably going to be doing some more fishing here real soon. I'm a little insecure about going on the boat right out the gate because it is a newer boat to my brother, and he hasn't really taken it out and like tried it out. So I don't know. I love being on the water. I love being on the ocean, I love being on the river, the lake, all of that. But when I'm on, well, not the lake that much. I'm fine with the lake because the lake doesn't have like big swells or anything. But the ocean and the river, it just, it boosts up that anxiety to where I'm like, I'm on edge. Because, do you guys ever have dreams? May sound weird, but I had a dream when I was a little kid that I drowned. I don't know if it's like one of those that is supposed to come true over time, or I don't know. I definitely a little on the secure side of being in a boat, being on, you know, especially a boat that I don't know and something that we just got. So my brother's going to take it out and run it, see what it's got, see what it's like, see how it runs, see if it's got any issues. It's supposed to be a brand new motor, so we'll see. But my brother wants to go run the river, and I'm a little like, I don't know. It's a new boat. Once you go run it for a while and make sure it's good, yeah, then I'll probably definitely be like, let's go fishing. But that's going to be our means of hunting this year, is fishing with a boat. Because we can go fish the lake. The lake here is a big lake, but right now, because we're in such a drought year, it is low, for sure. But we can go back up into a cove somewhere and sit in there and fish and watch for deer, or cruise the lake in the evenings and look for deer. And that's going to be our means for hunting this year, because we can legally hunt out there. It's just water's going to be on the lower side, so we just have to be a little extra careful. But fully capable of going hunting out there. And that's what we're planning on doing. That, going to the river, because I know a bunch of property off the river that's got a lot of good hunting. Plus the river's full of deer all the time that come down for drinking. So we can just go fishing and carry a gun with us, or a bow with us, and catch some fish and shoot a buck. Always fun. I need number 14. So, So, I never told you guys where that fire was at that I was talking about. So, it ended up being in a trailer park about 7 or 8 miles away from here. And it was some young kids playing with a barbecue. I don't know what they were doing, if they were burning stuff, if they were trying to cook. I don't know exactly. But it ended up and caught the grass on fire, and it ended up and burnt like 5 acres or something. Luckily, none of the houses were burnt. It was just some grass. But it's definitely scary, because when they came in and said there's a fire, I was like, oh God. Like, it just starts running through my head, because I've been in California for a long time. I've survived a lot of fires. And, I've had to deal with fair share of fires. Nothing ever came close to our property. But we were definitely told a couple of times that we had to move, or we had to evacuate. And we looked at him and said, you can get off our property. We ain't going nowhere. We never leave. We stay and fight. I've got too much shit here to leave. Animals, there's just too much. Besides, the only thing that would probably really burn would be the fields. And they would probably burn really fast and go around the houses and not even touch anything. So, anywho, on to a different subject. Okay, so I'm going to go with number 48. And 48 is LZ775, which are some absolutely gorgeous colored rhinestones. Just look at those. They're almost the same color as the tray. It's awesome. So, let's see. I think I talked about this quite some time ago, but somebody asked me about it and said they wanted to hear a little bit more about it, so I figured I would go ahead and share it tonight. Tonight! It is nighttime for me. It is like, I have no clue because my watch is dead, but it's probably close to, I'm gonna guess, 9:30.
Yes, 9:30.
But yeah, so, my story goes a little like this. So, I've talked about this before, like I said. So, I used to raise pigs. Way back in the day of my 8th grade. My papa brought home some pigs to start breeding. And I was like, oh, Papa, I want to be in business with you, Papa. Maybe it was 7th grade. It was a long time. And he's like, okay, you can be my business partner. I'll give you a cut of it, but you gotta work. And I think that's where I got a lot of my work ethic from, is because growing up around my papa and my dad's a workaholic. And I had good influencers, that's for sure. So I started helping my papa do stuff around the pigs. Like, we'd go down and clean up, we would feed, we'd give water, take care of them. And as I went through high school, I pretty much was taking over the process of taking care of the pigs. My papa was like, you think you take care of it? I'm just gonna watch them. You take care of them, I'll watch them. And I was like, okay, Papa. I think he was testing me, see how well I could do. So I did really well. And then by the time I hit freshman year of high school, I got a job after school. And I started giving my papa, like, my check would be like $110. And I would walk up to my papa and give him 75 of it. And he's like, well, what's this for? I said, it's for my portion of the pig food, Papa. I got a job after school. And he's like, oh, okay. Cool. Definitely. So I started paying for all the pig feed. I mean, we had like 10 sows. Trap. And one trapper. One big boar, and his name was, I don't remember what I called him. called him Big Daddy a lot, but that was just like a nickname. But I don't remember what his name was. My papa always called him something. But, so, I was in charge of taking care of everything, doing, you know, putting the moms in with the dad, and, you know, doing the breeding process, but pretty much they were all into like one big pen, and they had the whole thing to themselves. And then once the moms got close to having the babies, they all went into a stall by themselves. I had these big stalls that had corral panels in them. So it had a corral panel upside down in there. That way when the mom laid down, she would lay down and give the babies all this room on this side that were on the other side of the corral panel. So then the babies would just have to crawl over the corral panel bottom and get to mom, and she wouldn't smash them. And by the time I hit a senior in high school, my papa pretty much, I had pretty much taken over the whole business, and I was selling the pigs to 4-H kids, and I get paid to give papa money. And then one day he came up to me when I graduated high school, and he was like, "Well, son, you've done an awesome job. I must tell you this. You have done an awesome job." He goes, "I want to sell you my half." And I was like, "You want to sell me your half?" He goes, "Yes." And I was like, "But Papa, I don't have any money." He goes, "Nope." He goes, "I'm buying you out." But the way he said it, it was just weird the way he said it. So basically, he saved all that money that I gave him for pig feed. He put it into a jar, and he saved it. Every single week, he saved it. Put it into a jar. And then when I graduated high school, he came up to me and says, I'm out of the business, son. It's yours for you to do what you want to do with it. I hope you prosper with it. And this is for you. And I said, "What's this?" And it was all of the money that I gave him throughout high school. All the money I worked so hard for and gave to my papa for pig food, he gave back to me. I was like, "Papa, I can't do this. We were partners." He goes, "No." He goes, "I want out, and this is my way of getting out." He says, "It's all yours." Well, Papa still had a big part in my pig business. So, my pig business, we were like 9 years in a row at the county fair where we had first place, second place. No, wait. They did grand champion, reserve grand champion, runner-up. I don't remember what they call the other one, and then the other one. So there was 5 places that paid out good money, and the other ones, you just got like a ribbon for participating. So, my pigs every year would win the fair. Like, all of my pigs were winning at the fair. For almost 10 years in a row, my pigs were at fair. And every single one of them took high price. Just some had better disposition than others, and the judges looked at it. But if you go down the list of the top 20 pigs at fair, they were all mine. And then everybody else was below that. But there wasn't a lot of people that sold pigs, so Next thing you know, I was the pig guy. Everybody wanted pigs from me. I was breeding pigs. I was selling pigs. Then one day, my boar decided to attack me. I didn't know that my female was in heat. And he was acting very territorial. Which is understood. You know, one of his women's is in heat. And he's protecting. So I go into the pen to check the pigs. I fed that night, and as I was leaving the pen, thank God my papa built this pen, and he built it, and the corners had H stakes. So basically, you had two corners like this, and then there was what they call an H stick, like this. Like a corner bracer. Well, good thing that was there, because I jumped my foot up on top of that. Next thing I know, my boar had tusks like 5-6 inches long. Big old tusk. And he was 1,000 pounds. He grabbed hold of my shorts and ripped them clean off of me. Or my pants. And all the way down to my underwear. I had a little tiny scratch on my butt. I was incredibly lucky that he didn't get me that day. And after that, I told my papa, I said, I can't do it no more, Papa. He's almost killed me a couple of times now. I can't do it. And he says, well, what do you want to do? You want to get out of the business? And I said, yeah, I want to get out of the business. And he goes, okay, that's fine. We'll sell all the pigs. And he goes, what we'll do, since I didn't take a cut from the business, what we'll do is we'll sell all the pigs and we'll split the cost of those pigs 50-50. And I was like, that sounds fine with me, Papa. That was my pig business. I was proud of my pigs. My pigs did good. I had a pig that lived with me in my bedroom for 2 years. Don't ask. My mama let me have it. That's all I know. Her name was Blue. I call her Blue Butt because she was a blue butt roan. Basically, she's pure white, but her butt is blue. She was born out of a litter of my babies, and Mom stepped on her and broke her back leg. So, Mom had pretty much kicked her out and wasn't taking care of her no more. So, I grabbed her up, I took her up to the house, I called my aunt, and I told my aunt what was going on, and she was like, okay, I'll bring some milk home. That's what I loved about having an aunt that was a veterinarian. So, she brought milk home, and took care of it. She put it in, she reset the leg, put it in a splint. That way it would stay in place and let it cure naturally. So, I named her Blue. She lived in a milk crate for like 3 weeks. It killed me to have her in that milk crate, but I knew she had to stay in there for that leg to fully cure up. I would take her out during the day and let her get exercise and walk a little bit, go potties, go outside. But for the most part, she stayed in that crate. And then all of a sudden, my aunt checked her and she's like, she's good, the leg's healed. So I started doing more work with her, and next thing you know, she's about a 5-month-old, 6-month-old baby pig, and she starts to roam around the house more and get into mischief more. And my mom kept saying, you know, she's going to have to go outside with her mom and dad and her brothers and her sisters. And, you know, she's going to have to be a pig. I was like, no, she don't. She can live with me forever. So, she was about 2 years old. She lived in the house with me until she was about 2 years old. I don't remember exactly what she did, but she did something and she pissed off my dad. And my dad said, she's got to go. She should have been out of the house a long time ago. It killed me to put her back out there with those big pigs. Because her being gone away from the herd, they picked on her for the first couple of nights. They beat her up pretty bad. And it broke me. It broke me down. I was like, that was my baby. I watched her beat her up. And then after a couple of days, she was back out there doing good, perfectly fine. Not having any issues. And then my papa said, well, you want to breed her? Because she was about 2.5 years old. And she was about the age to be bred. And I looked at my aunt and I said, well, can she be bred? Can she hold that boar on her back? And she said, yeah, she should be able to hold him just fine. No problems. I didn't breed the dad back to her. I went and borrowed a friend's boar to breed her. That way I got a different bloodline into it. And then after that, I sold all of them because my boar almost ate me. I miss pigs. They're like one of my favorite animals. They're so cute and mischievous. I mean, for crying out loud, I had a potbelly pig as a pet. His name was Arnold.
Him was the handsomest boy ever.
Alright, so I went and tracked down some pictures. I thought they were closer. They ended up not being closer. I can't find a couple of pictures that I had of my big boar I was going to show you. But I did find a picture of Arnold, my potbelly piggy. Look at Arnie. He's so cute. But he had a pissed off attitude. Anytime you ever get close to my mama and he didn't like you, he would run at you and go, ah, 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 and run at you with his mouth open and try to bite you. And definitely he would bite you. Here's one of my pigs with some babies. These are the new pig pens I built after I realized the other ones I had weren't working. I built these and I gave the mama like a 10 by 10 space outside of the box that she can go out and go potty and get food. And then this had a big piece of wood up here so the piglets couldn't fall out. Super cute. And then I found these, kind of off topic, but these were two little Mustang babies I had. They were both buckskin. She was a dark buckskin and he was a light buckskin, and they were Mustangs that I traded for another Mustang Arabian horse that I had. So I had these guys. They weren't even broke when I got them. They were like, I had to work with them a lot. And then I found this picture of my mama and her horse, Mo. That's my mama and her horse, Mo. Mo is a quarter horse, race horse, thoroughbred quarter horse. There you go. She was a big girl. She was super duper tall. When I rode her, I felt like I was falling off of her all the time. And I didn't want to fall off her because she was tall. But that was Mo. It took a long time to break Mo down, but we finally got her broke. Where is my symbol I need? There it is. So yeah, a little bit of pictures. I was trying to find a picture of my boar so you guys can see how big he is, because he was a biggin, but I don't see it nowhere. I don't know what happened to it, because it was with all those other pictures. But anywho, no big deal. You got to see some piggies and some horsies. And then Arnold, my potbelly piggy, he was... So the story with Arnold is, Arnold was mine. I got him back in '94 when our house fire came through. Actually, kind of a funny, not funny story about our house fire and my pig business. Somebody showed up at my house looking for pigs to buy, because somebody gave him our address and said that we had good pigs. Well, we weren't home. So this asshole casserole decides to put his cigarette out and throws it into a bucket on the back porch. Well, the bucket had rags in it that had stain on it. So I'm sure you can just imagine what happened. By the time this dude leaves, about 5 minutes later, the house is engulfed in flames. Yeah. I felt bad, but, I mean, what am I supposed to do? The guy didn't call us, nothing. He just showed up. So, yeah. Off topic, but, yeah. What was the topic I was talking about? Good question. Damn it. Brain? It's the second time this week you've just kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to remember what you're talking about over here. Yeah, that's marvelous. I don't freaking remember what I was talking about. Oh, Arnold. So, Arnold was my baby. I got him from my grandma, which was my mom's mom. She raised potbelly pigs. And when our house fire burnt down, I was so devastated because I lost a lot of my animals. I lost a bird. I lost iguanas. Pac-Man frogs. I think I lost one of my snakes in there. I just lost a lot of birds, a lot of reptiles and animals. Luckily, the dogs were outside when it happened. But anyways, so my grandma said, I will give you one of these babies. You can pick one out. And my mom was like, okay, yeah, you can have one. So, it was my pig. All winter long, or all summer long. Was it summer? No, it wasn't summer. It was, yeah, I think it was summer because we were starting a brand new fresh year of school. And, trying to find a color to work on. Hold on. 35. So, we were... I really need to go through these diamonds. We were, frick. Brain fart. Oh, so we were sleeping in a tent. Me and my brothers were sleeping in a tent. And my mom and dad were sleeping in the Airstream. through the whole time from our house burnt down until like going into school. They just got our house finished built. So it was my pig. I go to school and he like ends up and cries, and my mom ends up and comforts him, and then all this son of a little bastard ends up being my mom's pig. I can't even walk up to him and pet him. As soon as I walk up and pet him, he'd at me. Like, one of my best friends came over one time. He chased my best friend all around the house. He was like, "You ain't getting close to me. The hell do you think you're doing?" Yeah, he was a wild child. So, once, like, the first week of school, my pig pretty much became my mom's pig. I mean, he was probably, like, 3 months old. Ever since that day, that was my mom's pig. He laid underneath the blanket beside my mom on the floor, like, all the time. That was, like, his comfort spot. He would walk up and cry to my mom, and she would sit on the floor, put the blanket down, cover him up. That's where he stayed. You got close to him, he'd I remember it like it was yesterday. I miss you, Arnie. He never passed away. I think he was like 17 years old. No. Older than that. Because our house fire was in 94. I got him in 94. And he graduated. He passed away in 2015. So what's that make that? Like 24 years old or something like that. He was old. He was old. Alright. Let's see. How much time do I have? I got a few more minutes, and then I'm gonna jet off here. I'm just trying. Get it. Yeah. Somebody's fucking ripping some gas pedal out there. Yeah, get it, son. That boy. Oh shit, I remember I used to do that shit all the time. I can't wait to get my truck running. Oh, I can't wait to get my truck going. People are going to be looking out on the wrong side of the tracks for me coming through. I am so squirrel brained tonight. 46. I can't seem to get on one subject and talk about it and then get sidetracked, and then next thing I know I'm talking about something else and be like, oh, what was I going to talk about? And not have a freaking clue. It's lovely having a brain like that. That's why when I'm in my live streams, people always say, oh, well, you interact with everybody so well. Yeah, but it drives me nuts when I miss people. When they come in. It drives me nuts. Alright. Done with that color. Color. Alright. Trying to finish up some of these odd and end colors so they're not in my way. T 11. Why can't I find 11? Because my diamonds are forever all over the frickin' place. I'm about ready to start throwing diamonds if you don't straighten yourself up. I don't know what I'm singing, but my diamonds are forever always a mess. I don't know how, but it always seems to be a freaking mess. I need a house assistant. Like, come clean up after me, please. I need an assistant for, like, doing reviews on Etsy. Like, I give you my Etsy account and you could just do my reviews for me. That would be greatly appreciative. I suck at doing reviews. I always forget. Like, I always try to give it a few days time. I will test out the stuff and then I will put up a review. And then, like, a week will go by and I'll be like, crap, I never did a review on that? You jackass. Yeah, I cussed a lot today. Sorry, guys. I try to watch my tongue. Sometimes it just slips. At least I'm calling it to myself, not calling you guys it. But I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Stay tuned for Friday. I got a tie-dye video, and let's just say this was a badass tie-dye video that you guys are not going to want to miss. It turned out absolutely awesome. I got my groove back, baby. I know what I'm doing again, baby. Anyways. Should I show you? Should I show it? Should I do a tease? Should I tease you guys?